if you're going to park illegally in New York, you need to leave somebody in the vehicle.
Hey everybody, welcome to Parking Stories with Buddy. Can't see that I'm smiling right now, but I sure am. The weather's nice and cool today. Leaves are falling. It's beautiful outside. I'm walking approximately 8 blocks to get my car. It's probably the furthest I've had to park away from my apartment on one of these videos, but it's not too bad. New York City, you get used to walking all the time, so 8 blocks is nothing. Hey, did I mention today that we're going to have an awesome performance from the boss, Bruce Springsteen and Sheryl Crow?
Hurry!
Yeah, buddy.
Bruce put me early.
Stay tuned for the story at the end, and you'll see him. All right, so I'm not near anybody right now, so I took my mask off quickly. So my goal for today is to really just get my car closer to my apartment. I mentioned before that I'm 8 blocks away, and I'd like to be right outside my apartment. So I've left a little bit early so that I can get back to my street and double park on my street early, and just get ready for the street sweeper to come by so that I can pull in and secure a spot.
Alrighty, we are pulling out of our spot where I parked on Sunday morning after I went over to Jersey to Trader Joe's. Because forget about it, if you come in on Sunday night, you are not going to find a parking space. So we're just cruising back around. Probably take me 5 minutes or so to get back to my block. Did I mention that today it's still Veterans Month? And yesterday specifically was Veterans Day. And last year on Veterans Day, I was fortunate enough to go to the Bob Woodruff Foundation Stand Up for Heroes event. And Nikes. Okay, that's not a one-way. And that was an awesome event. I was able to go there with me, my wife. We got some tickets in the last moment. I think they're very expensive tickets. Awesome event. Some comedians. Jon Stewart was there.
This is the change in dynamic that we do every year. Generally, I am the palate cleanser. You had a lot of truth, a lot of heart, a lot of warmth, a lot of courage, a lot of resilience. You had an incredible musical performance, and now it's the idiot portion of, and that's where I come in. And you might be thinking, you might be saying to yourselves, wow, you old. Okay.
Boss, Bruce Springsteen played a set.
I'm going to tell you something.
And then he had one tune that he played with Sheryl Crow. So we should have some of that in store for you today. Yes, Broadway to turn around, because all the one-ways start pinching you in to where you're unable to turn except for right here on 168th. And they're awesome. Yeah, light just turned green. Got people honking already. Impatient, I guess. One thing you'll notice in New York City is, especially, at least in my neighborhood, is people double park left and right, especially on the busy streets. So basically on Broadway up here, people are always double parked. So if you want to actually drive, you better stay in the left lane, because I'll flip it around here. But that's basically the whole street is folks that are double parked. Yeah. We are now by Havana Heights, which I've heard is a good Cuban restaurant, according to some folks that used to live near here. I personally prefer Malecon, which I believe is a Dominican restaurant. They have fantastic chicken and a number of other things that my family usually just goes with the pollo entero con habichuelas rojo rojo y arroz amarillo. And half carafe of sangria, of course. Okay, this is an interesting street. Anyway, we're about to pass by Malecón. Of course, this lady is gonna just walk right across when I have a green light. That's New York for you. Let's go around, buddy. Side of the street, I'm crossing my fingers that I am able to secure a spot when all of the craziness subsides. So I think the old adage goes, you play with fire, you're gonna get burned. Don't go to a knife fight unless you plan on getting cut. Well, I think in New York City one should be, don't park in New York City unless you expect to get a parking ticket. And I'm gonna give you a quick story about my first parking ticket in New York. It just so happened to coincide with the first day I moved to New York. I came across the George Washington Bridge, thought I'd be able to use a credit card to pay for the toll. Of course, no, I couldn't pay for the toll with a credit card. So I ended up getting a fee by mail for the U-Haul moving vehicle that I had rented. And I also was assessed an extra fee from U-Haul for actually not paying it. They have some sort of convenience fee. So it ended up being, I don't know, the toll was $15 or whatever it was at the time, plus an extra like $20 from U-Haul. Yeah, I'm not going to be the last one to not get a spot. I don't have time for that business. Though I don't know what he's planning on doing here. Maybe not. Yeah, it looks like the Department of Sanitation dude is out handing out tickets, so maybe I will just get back in line. We'll see. Always a hustle. Yeah, so that's a new one. I have not seen Department of Sanitation folks out handing out tickets. Usually it is the New York City traffic police that do that. What a crazy mess today this is going to be. Oh boy. French toast, man. And we got people that are trying to merge with me, pulling in. Oh man, I'm going to do a zipper merge here. I see you. Well. Again, Montel Williams from last week. This is how we do it. Dang, dude. Savage parking day here in New York City. I've not experienced many like it, but this one is definitely something else. Come on, buddy, pull ahead so we can get in. All right. Might have just crushed a flower box or something. I'm not sure. Woo, buddy. That was, I guess, the epitome of a rat race to get these parking spaces. Now we have NYPD out, also on the block, walking. I wonder if they're going to tow that vehicle. Department of Sanitation comes in first. Woo, yeah, buddy. Anyway, so I was in the midstream of talking about the if I can get some cool overhead lights to light me up. No, not really. It's kind of dark outside, so I apologize for having kind of bad lights. We moved into our apartment, and day number 1, I'm like, where do I park this hoopty, Mr. Super? Because I've never been to I've been to New York City. I've never driven in New York City, let alone driving into New York City with a giant moving vehicle. There's clearly, as you just saw, like it's a rat race to find any sort of parking on certain days. And so there was nowhere to park. And the Super says to me, just park up by the fire hydrant. Put the 4-way flashers on, you'll be good. I'm like, all right, cool, sounds good. So I parked up by the fire hydrant and started unloading all my household goods. Came down, made a few trips up and down to the apartment, and it was, again, I think if you watch my last video, it was like 95 degrees the day we moved in, so it was hot, sweaty. It's like just super stinky, dude. Come down about an hour later, and there is a parking ticket. Definitely got a parking ticket for not sitting there by the vehicle. So that's the lesson. If you're going to park illegally in New York, or park in a no parking zone or a no standing zone, or by a fire hydrant, you need to leave somebody in the vehicle. Leave somebody in the vehicle, on the vehicle, around the vehicle, who can move it and fend off parking tickets. So I think I still probably have the parking ticket. I'm going to flash it up on the screen if I still do. You will get a parking ticket if you park here. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed another NYC Parking Stories video on Yeah Buddy. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos and tips and tricks on parking in New York. Yeah, buddy. The one other tip I will mention for parking on street sweeping day is don't drink too many liquids before you go down to your vehicle, because I have to come get my co-pilot, my wife, to come down here and sit with the car for a few minutes while I run upstairs and use the restroom and run back down and take my work calls from the vehicle. So anyway, don't drink too many liquids. Yeah, buddy. All right, I'm back. I'm ready to take my work call, and sticking with the Bruce Springsteen theme, the boss, baby, I was born to run.